Hey guys, what's up? Tyler here with T-Game Tech, and in today's video, I want to cover 5 types of technology that I think are awesome. And I might make this into a series and do more technology things that are awesome because, I like more than 5 things in technology. And so these are 5 that I picked, things that have revolutionized technology, revolutionized the genre they're in, or are just plain awesome. And so if I go to the first one on the list, and I have my nice handy dandy list right here in front of me, and that is cell phones. So if we take a look at a picture, I'm going to find a picture of an old cell phone. I'm going to put it right here. This is what cell phones started, and this is what they look like. They were huge. They had a huge antenna. They were a big gray box, most of them, and they were clunky, and they weren't really mobile phones because you couldn't really just take them anywhere. You couldn't stick them in your pocket, and if you had a holster, it's more like a backpack with your cell phone in a backpack. And so, but we've come a long way. This is the iPhone 4. This is thin. This is the Samsung Galaxy S3. It's a little bit thinner. Look how thin these phones are. Like, this is not a big gray box anymore with a huge antenna. This is like, and it just blows your mind if you think about it for a while. Cell phones no longer have just a small, some do, a small screen with a number pad. This has a touch screen built into it. It has, 16 gigabytes of data built into it, and touchscreen, has a camera, it has a microphone, a headphone, not a headphone, a speaker, all kinds of stuff. You can play games on it, you can send messages, you can send pictures, you can browse the internet. Cell phone technology is amazing, and it's come a long way, and it's only going to get better. And so, yeah, just think about it. Cell phones are awesome. The next thing I want to talk about is the whole camera world. I really didn't get involved with cameras much when I was younger. I mean, yeah, we had a video camera we would tape. I had a camera I took to college. I was like a little point and shoot. But it really wasn't until I went to college, started taking some communication classes, and then I finally got into video and audio. And I graduated with a video and audio major. And during that time, I got obsessed with cameras. I bought my own camera. It's the kind of the one I used on YouTube for a good while. The Toshiba Camilio X100. I have a review somewhere on this channel. I'll post a link in the description. But, you know, it's not bad for a starter camera. Mic on it is absolutely terrible. No mic input, but, you know, it's pretty good. If it has good lighting, it's pretty decent. Low lighting, not so much, but no real camera is great in low lighting. And so I really got into the camera world. Now I have the Canon T3i. And I'm borrowing some lenses from people. I'm actually using the Canon 50mm lens right now. So let me know what you think. I'm just borrowing it for now. Maybe I'll buy it or something. But I'm getting more into the camera world and the lenses, and just the cameras in general. And I'm becoming fascinated with them. I'm taking more pictures with the Canon T3i, going out, trying different things, messing with bokeh. Is that how you say it? Bokeh, B-O-K-E-H, something like that. Basically depth of field, blurry stuff in the back, sharp stuff in the front, or wherever you're trying to record. Pulling stuff into focus and out of focus, and just playing around with it. And it's just really an amazing technology that, like, it's like your eye. Like, your eye is the ultimate camera because it, like, focuses and autofocuses in like a second, unless you're like waking up from like an 8-hour nap or something. That's like sleep. But your eye is the best camera, and it's just crazy seeing the way cameras have evolved. They're getting better and better, more compact. And I mean, cameras, like, this has a camera. It's very small. Google Glass is coming out, and it has a camera like in the glasses, which is just crazy. Camera technology is just, it has like one end where it's like small and compact and awesome, and another end where it's just like beast and awesome, like handheld camera, like not handheld, but like over the shoulder cameras and stuff like that. And we're getting higher resolutions, 4K, 8K, over 1080p, and all kinds of awesome stuff. And so I think cameras are a really awesome technology. In the same vein of cameras, we have microphones, and this is the Blue Spark, and college is kind of where I just started to love microphones as well as cameras with my audio half of my major, and I love the Blue Spark. It's awesome. I have the review in the description. I'll put a product linked as well, and I actually use the Blue Snowball, which is behind this monitor, but I used that for a while, and it's a decent microphone, but it picks up a lot of atmospheric noise. But the Blue Spark is relatively focused wherever it picks up, and microphones are just awesome. And they're really, a lot of people think of a microphone as a mouth because it makes your voice louder, but really microphones are like ears because they have a diaphragm in them that whenever your voice goes across it, it vibrates that diaphragm. It sends the signal to wherever it's recording, and it reproduces it through your speakers, which are considered like a mouth. And so it's just an awesome technology. There are different kinds of microphones, different shapes, different ones that do different things, make your voice sound different. And it's just crazy. If you try like 5 different microphones, you could sound like a different person on each microphone. And so I think microphones are an awesome technology, and it's just completely mind-blowing if you just really sit down, take apart a microphone and look at it and think about how it actually works. And so let's switch gears a little bit and move over to the gaming world. And the next thing I have on my list is the Game Boy. Now, it's like shaking inside of it. I don't even have the battery cover, batteries or a game. But I'm talking about the original Game Boy. I don't have an original Game Boy. I'm ashamed to say it. But I have the Game Boy Color, which is, you know, it's the next in line. And so, man, it's really scratched up. And so the Game Boy is amazing. It was amazing. And it revolutionized gaming because no longer were you confined to a TV in your house. Now you could take your game, you could take Tetris or Super Mario Land, and you could play it in a car. You could play it when you're out in the park, even though you'd probably have a miserable time trying to see the screen. But it just completely changed the way people look at gaming. And without the Game Boy, I mean, who knows where we would be. I know there were things like the Game & Watch systems, but they were like one game on one little handheld thing, like a toy. But the whole Game Boy era, taking out cartridges, putting cartridges in, different games, and it had great games. The Game Boy Color was awesome. The Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, the Game Boy Micro, which really didn't do very well. And then it was the Nintendo DS world, the Nintendo DS Lite, the Nintendo DS XL, the DSi, the DSi XL, now the 3DS and the 3DS XL. Holy smokes, they have a lot of portables. And so there are also different portables like the PS Vita, and, you know, it's okay, but Nintendo has done amazing with their handheld systems. But just the Game Boy, it has revolutionized mobile gaming. And, you know, I think iOS developers for games have a lot to thank to the Game Boy, because without the Game Boy, we would probably have mobile gaming, but it probably wouldn't be exactly the way it is now. And so Nintendo hit the ball out of the park with the Game Boy, and I think the Game Boy series and the Game Boy line, the portable line of gaming from Nintendo, is awesome, and it's an awesome technology. And so last but not least, I want to talk about storage. And storage is something that has just blown my mind, and it is an amazing technology. And so I started, our first computer we had in our household had a hard drive with 1.9 gigabytes. Some programs now are 1.9 gigabytes. So you really couldn't run anything. I mean, everything had to be booted from a disk, or you had to have small programs. Like we could have like Internet Explorer and AIM. That's about it. But computers themselves have just come a long way. That's a whole different video. But storage size. We had a big tower computer, 1.9 gigabytes. This external hard drive holds 320 gigabytes. I just bought an external hard drive again that has 2 terabytes, which are like almost 2,000 gigabytes. Maybe a little bit more, roughly. Doesn't equate exactly 1,000 to 1 terabyte. But it's just crazy terabytes. And then we have micro SD slots and cards. They're like this big. They can hold like 64, 124 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes. Like what? And like phones. Phones, I don't even know where mine's at. It has 64 gigabytes of onboard storage. That is crazy. Phones nowadays are more popular than the computers that sent people to the moon. It's just nuts. And storage, like, it's just crazy if you think about it. When the first computer started, you could do math on them. They probably had a hard drive of like 2 megabytes. But, you know, it's just from going to my first computer, 1.9 gigabytes, to going to external hard drives that are 2 terabytes and internal hard drives that are like 1 terabyte, you can get 3 terabyte hard drives. It's just absolutely crazy. And so there are even like even bigger than that, like petabyte, I think is one of them. It's like 4,000. I don't even know what it is. It's crazy. Storage has improved so much. And I think it's a crazy, awesome technology because, you know, you need somewhere to store all these videos. And so these are just 5 different kinds of technology that I find awesome or that I enjoy and I think revolutionize really the genre that they're in. And so comment down below with some of your favorite technology. I'll be happy to make more of these videos covering more technology if you guys enjoy them. This is just kind of some insight into what I enjoy, a little bit more about me. It's kind of stuff that I find interesting and fascinating. And so thank you guys for watching. Like I said, comment down below with kind of technology that you enjoy and you like messing around with or seeing. And subscribe if you have enjoyed the video and give it a thumbs up as well. And check me out on all my social links. They're all in the description below. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.